Night after night, it happens the same way. You get comfortable in bed. Your body begins to relax. Sleep finally starts to take over. Then suddenly the urge hits. A trip to the bathroom interrupts everything. You return to bed hoping to fall asleep again, only to find yourself awake, frustrated, and wondering why this keeps happening. Most people assume their bladder is simply too active at night. But what if the real reason is much simpler? What if your bladder never fully emptied before you went to sleep in the first place? This hidden issue affects millions of people, especially as they get older. Yet very few people talk about it. Even a small amount of urine left behind in the bladder can send signals to the brain that make it feel full again much sooner than it actually is. The result is repeated bathroom visits, broken sleep, and tired mornings that seem to become part of everyday life. What makes this even more surprising is that many people spend years searching for complicated solutions while completely overlooking a few simple techniques that may help the bladder empty more effectively before bedtime. The good news is that improving bladder emptying does not always require expensive treatments or difficult routines. In many cases, the way you sit, breathe, and position your body can make a bigger difference than most people realize. Certain muscles around the bladder and pelvic area play a much larger role than they are often given credit for. When those muscles stay tense or fail to relax properly, they can quietly interfere with the bladder's ability to empty as efficiently as it should. This is one of the lesser-known facts that many people discover only after struggling with nighttime bathroom trips for years. In today's video, you will learn 3 simple bedtime exercises that are easy to perform and take only a few minutes. These exercises are designed to encourage better bladder emptying, help the pelvic muscles relax, and support a more comfortable bedtime routine. You will also learn why rushing through a bathroom visit may actually work against you, why forcing urine out is often a mistake, and why one small habit used by many healthcare professionals can sometimes make a surprising difference. Make sure to stay with us until the end because the final exercise is often the most overlooked, yet it may be one of the most effective for helping the body relax before sleep. We will also cover several common mistakes that many people make every night without realizing they could be making the problem worse. If better sleep, fewer interruptions, and a more comfortable bedtime routine sound good to you, then you're in the right place. Welcome to the channel. We are dedicated to sharing simple, practical health tips that can help you feel your best at any age. If you enjoy learning about healthy aging, mobility, wellness, and everyday habits that support a better quality of life, take a moment to subscribe and join our growing community. Now, let's get started with the first bedtime exercise that may help your bladder empty more effectively before you turn out the lights. One reason this issue becomes more common with age is that the bladder and the muscles that support it do not always work together as efficiently as they once did. Many people notice that they begin waking up more often during the night, even when they have not changed their daily habits. Some assume this is simply a normal part of getting older and that nothing can be done about it. While age can certainly play a role, the full story is often more complicated. In many cases, the bladder may still be holding a small amount of urine after a bathroom visit. The amount may be small, but the effect can be surprisingly large. A bladder does not always need to be completely full to send signals that create an urge to urinate. Sometimes even a small amount of leftover urine can become enough to trigger another trip to the bathroom later in the evening. Many people are familiar with the feeling. You use the bathroom before bed and feel confident that your bladder is empty. Then, not long afterward, the urge returns. It can feel confusing and frustrating. Some people begin limiting their activities in the evening. Others worry about long car rides, social events, or simply getting a good night's sleep. What makes this situation even more frustrating is that it often happens despite doing what seems like all the right things. You may already avoid caffeine late in the day. You may already be careful about fluid intake before bed. Yet the problem continues. A lesser-known factor is the way we use the bathroom itself. Modern life encourages speed. Many people rush through daily tasks without realizing it. Bathroom visits are often treated the same way. Sit down, finish quickly, and move on to the next task. But the bladder is not always designed to work well under pressure or hurry. Sometimes it needs a little extra time to finish its job completely. Giving the body that extra moment can make a meaningful difference. This brings us to the first exercise, a simple technique often called the forward lean double void. The name may sound technical, but the process is actually very easy. The purpose is to encourage the bladder to release urine that may remain after the first attempt. For some people, this small adjustment becomes one of the easiest changes they ever make to their bedtime routine. When it is time to use the bathroom before bed, begin by sitting comfortably on the toilet. Try not to rush. Allow your feet to rest naturally. Relax your shoulders and take a normal breath. Empty your bladder the way you normally would. There is no need to force anything. Simply allow the urine to flow naturally until it stops on its own. At this point, many people would stand up immediately and leave. Instead, remain seated for another 20 to 30 seconds. During this brief pause, stay relaxed. Avoid straining. Avoid pushing. Allow the body to settle. Then gently lean your upper body slightly forward. The movement does not need to be dramatic. A small forward lean is often enough. After leaning forward, give your bladder another opportunity to empty. Some people notice only a few drops. Others are surprised to find that a second release occurs. This extra release may represent urine that remained behind during the first attempt. While it may seem insignificant, reducing leftover urine can sometimes help reduce the feeling of needing to return to the bathroom shortly afterward. The reason this technique may help is related to body position and bladder mechanics. Small changes in posture can influence how the bladder sits within the pelvis. In some individuals, leaning forward may create a more favorable position for emptying. The technique does not require strength, special equipment, or extensive practice. It simply encourages patience and awareness. Many people are surprised by how often rushing interferes with proper bladder emptying. The body functions best when it is relaxed. When people hurry, tense muscles may interfere with the normal emptying process. This is one reason why slowing down for less than a minute can sometimes produce noticeable results. Another important factor involves the pelvic floor muscles. These muscles form a supportive structure beneath the bladder and other organs. They play an essential role in bladder control. Most people have heard about strengthening these muscles through Kegel exercises. Kegels can be useful in certain situations. However, there is another side of the story that often receives far less attention. Muscles are designed to both contract and relax. A muscle that remains overly tight may not function optimally. Some people unknowingly carry tension in the pelvic floor throughout the day. Stress, posture habits, physical strain, and other factors may contribute to this tension. When pelvic floor muscles do not relax properly, complete bladder emptying may become more difficult. This is where the second exercise can be helpful. Pelvic floor relaxation breathing focuses on releasing unnecessary tension and encouraging the body to enter a calmer state before sleep. Unlike exercises that emphasize strengthening, this technique emphasizes relaxation. Begin by finding a comfortable place to lie down. A bed, sofa, or exercise mat can all work well. Bend your knees if that feels comfortable. Place one hand gently on your stomach. Allow your shoulders to relax. Let your jaw soften. Many people carry tension in areas they do not even notice until they consciously release it. Take a slow breath in through your nose. Feel your stomach rise gently beneath your hand. There is no need to force a large breath. Slow and comfortable is the goal. Then exhale slowly. As you breathe out, allow the muscles around the pelvic area to soften and relax. Think less about effort and more about release. Continue this breathing pattern for several minutes. Each breath provides an opportunity to reduce tension. Some people notice that they feel calmer after only a short period. Others discover areas of tightness they had not previously recognized. The goal is not perfection. The goal is simply to create an environment where the body can relax. Stress affects much more than emotions. It can influence muscles throughout the body. When stress levels rise, muscle tension often increases as well. This response can be helpful in emergencies, but when tension becomes a daily habit, it may interfere with normal bodily functions. Relaxation breathing helps counter this pattern. Many people focus entirely on strengthening and overlook the importance of relaxation. Yet proper function often requires both. Think about opening and closing your hand. If you could only close your hand but never open it, movement would become difficult. Muscles need balance. The pelvic floor is no different. Some individuals report that they feel a greater sense of bladder comfort after incorporating relaxation techniques into their evening routine. While results vary from person to person, the principle remains simple. A relaxed body is often better prepared for restful sleep and healthy bladder function. As awareness of the pelvic area improves, another exercise can help build upon that foundation. This movement is gentle, controlled, and suitable for many people. It focuses on improving mobility and coordination while encouraging relaxation rather than force. The exercise is known as the gentle pelvic tilt. Better sleep does not always come from big changes. Sometimes it starts with a few simple habits that most people overlook. The 3 exercises you learned today may seem small, but when practiced consistently, they can help support better bladder emptying, reduce unnecessary nighttime bathroom trips, and make it easier to enjoy a more restful night. The key is patience. Give these techniques time to become part of your routine. Many healthy habits do not produce results overnight, but small improvements can add up over the weeks ahead. Remember, your body is constantly sending signals. Learning how to work with those signals instead of fighting them can make a real difference in your comfort, confidence, and quality of sleep. And while no single exercise is a magic solution for everyone, understanding how posture, relaxation, and proper bladder habits work together can be an important step toward better bladder health. In our next video, we're going to uncover several surprising everyday habits that may be secretly irritating your bladder and causing more bathroom trips than necessary. Some of these habits are incredibly common, and most people never realize the impact they can have until they make a simple change. You won't want to miss that one. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest health and wellness tips. And if you know someone who wakes up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom, share this video with them. It could help them get the restful sleep they've been looking for. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending your time with us. And as always, take good care of yourself. We'll see you in the next video.